things are a little strange now with how long vinyl takes to produce. But this new quote-unquote record I put out came out in March, but the vinyl just came out. Or actually, I just got a couple copies and then had to send them back because there was a printing error. So whether it's out or it's not out. But this is the song is called "Offend," and it's the second song on the 2022's album. This is the show.
Carefully choose your words. You don't have to offend me. Blind leading the blind, tripping over whose feet. Untangle me from your twisted web of sorry. Ruining my future to go along with your weird beliefs. Take this on your tongue, would you kill for me? Don't feel bad for me for any reason. Feel bad for me 'cause I wasted kill all the bad people that feasted on me. Is this how you want me? Is this how you want to set me up? Next time you get stuck, just think about what you want to do to me. Can't figure you out, and it feels to me that you don't care about me. Yeah, you don't care about anyone I can see. Yeah, you don't care about me. I don't feel bad for me 'cause I myself in the bad ideas spout my way. Squeal like the pig who's written on the wall beside the dying bodies. Damage done to me, damage all around me, the damage I know you can't see. Who did the damage you see? 'Cause it just keeps continuing.
Very nice. Josh Klinghoffer live on Lightning 100 in the Volume.com studio this Friday morning. Thank you so much for swinging by. We really appreciate it. You got a story behind this guitar that you're playing right now.
Well, the story is just that I'm something of a shopaholic, and I think I went to a guitar shop the other day in New York to buy just a gig bag to do an appearance on a radio station up there. And I thought, well, might as well fill the bag with something. And, so I bought this little guitar because it was somewhat acoustic, but mostly I was interested in the pickup, which I thought was a lap steel pickup. And turns out it's the predecessor to the Gibson P90. I think it's called a P13. And when they came up with the P90, they sold all the excess unused P13s to the Harmony the company that made all the harmonies and the airlines and the silver tones. I always forget the name of that parent company, but I think I could be wrong. It was the same company that was making all those guitars at one time or another, and sending them to different department stores. Like Silvertone was the exclusive one of Sears, and So I mean, anything old and anything with an interesting pickup, I have to seriously have a chat with myself about.
Understood. Well, what have you got for us now?
Oh, well, now, and hopefully I can tune this up really quickly.
Oh, yeah.
On this tour, I've been opening for Pearl Jam. Oh, that's not bad. By myself. So, at first I was, nervous is an understatement, but because I had never done that before. I never played a song longer than, a short, complete song with the Chili Peppers. Once in a while I would do a song, but usually I'd even abridge that. And so on a couple of occasions I did a whole song. So, doing a whole set by myself was pretty shocking, or the idea of it anyway. But, I have, I don't have a huge fan base, so I thought the idea of going out on stage and playing a bunch of songs that no one's ever heard was even more jarring. So I just kind of do covers, and something I started with the Chili Peppers was doing maybe a cover song or two that has something to do with either the date or the city where we are. Mm-hmm. So, but often it means I don't really know the song very well. So I've invented this style of going up on stage, opening for, an arena show, and essentially rehearsing on stage in front of people, which is bold to say the least, presumptuous and essentially arrogant. But this song is one of mine. And another thing I do, just because of the guitars I have on tour, is I'm constantly trying to transpose things because of how something's tuned, or a capo, or if I wrote it on piano. So this is a song also off this new record, This Is the Show, that was a piano song. So I'm playing it in a key that I'm unfamiliar with, or not a key, but on a guitar. So we'll see how we go here. I wish I had my good friend Clint Walsh with me to play it, because he played the guitar, I played the piano. So Clint, if you ever hear this, I wish you were here.
Don't know what I have, but it's been taken away. I can't believe he's proud there to say you don't know me from Adam, and I know you never want to. You better believe it. Concord, Lexington, can't put the bullet back in the gun. And now it's a new world that we're living. In your eyes, I know I never measure up. I'm smart enough to know that. From this dream, I hope we never wake up. Not sure which one of us first gave up believing. Concord, Lexington, can't put the bullet back in the gun. And now it's a new world that we're living. Wreckage uncovering, we are the band forever playing on. Untie me from this Titanic sinking. Took a force in nature to bring us together. In an instant it could all be torn apart if we let it. Concord, Lexington, doesn't matter who first shot the gun. And now it's a new world that we're living. From the wars we won and the lessons world we wanna live in.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your sharing.
My voice appreciates the compliment because it's still wiping the sand out of its eyes. But you have a lovely sound in here, so
Oh, good.
Thank you so much.
Glad you feel that way. Here in the Volume.com studio, Bill Fondren with Josh Klinghoffer, touring with Pearl Jam. He has Pluralone, his most recent. Is that your latest project?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it's essentially just one, but the reason I came up with, called it a band name rather than just my name. Two reasons. One, I can't stand my name, and there would never be an album that I chose to put my name on the front of. But also, my intention. Sorry, while I tune here.
Take your time.
My intention was never to be a solo performer. I've always wanted to have a band, or I've always wanted to collaborate. Whether I'm good at that it remains to be seen, but that's always been my vision or my dream. So, like this last album was produced by a good friend of mine, Clint Walsh, as I was talking about at the beginning of that song. But yeah, I mean, the first two Pluralone albums I did essentially on my own. Had a couple of guests, a couple of friends play a thing here or there. Jack Irons, Eric Avery, Eric Gardner, yeah, I mean, I like the idea of having a band. So, when I ever go out live and I'm not with Pearl Jam, I hope to have some other people on stage with me.
Right on.
But this is another song.
Fire away.
This is another song that I'm hoping I make it through because it's a piano song. So this morning when I was kind of thinking of what songs to do, I was sort of. Pardon me. I was sort of.
That's how I've been all morning. Pardon me. Well, pardon me.
I was trying to see if I could remember the chords on guitar, and in my head, I'm not the most. I'm not the best at. My memory is selectively terrible. Like it's incredible for things that I don't need in daily life, but for important things like my songs or my words, no. But this is a song that's on piano, and it's came out on a 7-inch single for around the time of the first Pluralone album. How does it go? It's called You Don't Know How You're Doing. Actually, I should just leave it out of tune like the piano it was written on.
You don't know what you're doing. Wait till my address in. I'm broken, but I won't go in for a fixin'. I've never seen it this bad. And all we want is a little love. Is that so hard? I've never seen so much dread on faces and an unwillingness to face the new day. You're a sex scandal, you're an earthquake. And maybe I'll just cut my own head off. We've got around you. First chance we get, you're out. And As your eyes welling up, take a long hard look. Don't you know it's us that keep it alive? It hurts way more now. So late at night. You said the sun, the world over. Are you proud of what you've done? As your eyes are welling up, take a long hard look. Don't you know? Let's have some quiet. Take a long hard look. Don't you know? It's that we keep it alive.
I hope I'm not making anyone crash out there on your morning drive. That tuning seasickness. Sorry, yeah, I should have thought about how much falsetto that song requires. But anyway.
I like the vibe. Love the vibe.
Well, I thank you for having me because it's this kind of stuff that I just haven't done enough of, and I really enjoy it. And, you know, it's like, for me, all of this, playing with Pearl Jam, I made the first Pluralone album when I was still in the Chili Peppers, so it was sort of an afterthought or a side project. So right when I left that band, it kind of became my primary focus for a week and a day. And then I spoke to Eddie Vedder on the phone, and he invited me to come along with them. So, you know, the Pluralone project became another thing for a couple weeks because I was going to open, and then we had a pandemic, which sort of allowed me to record a second album. So when I first was going to go on tour with Pearl Jam, I had one album, and now I have three. So, I mean, everything has been moving so strangely and so fast and slow at the same time. So, yes, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, and you have a lot to draw on now with 3 albums.
Yes.
Well, that's great. I want to ask one quick question. You were coming of age when Pearl Jam hit it big, right?
Absolutely. I got their first album the week it came out when I was 11.
Okay, I'm about 10 years older than you, and I was coming of age when the second wave of British metal and the hair metal was starting out. So I got impacted a little differently. But how was it to be a youngster when that Seattle scene exploded?
Well, you know, being from Los Angeles, and just being the age I was, and you know, I think it was my first year at a new campus. I went to middle school, so I felt a little older, and then all this music kind of came out at the same time, and it suddenly became, that was my thing. This is, you know, it was a perfect thing to latch onto, and yeah, I don't know, like, you know, it's obviously romanticized in the media and all this, but I mean, I as a child instantly kind of grabbed onto the fact that at the end of the day, more so than maybe other places at the time, at least, these people were all doing something together. They were friends. You know, the story of Pearl Jam itself, with Jeff and Stone carrying on from, you know, from a Green River, Mother Love Bone, Pearl Jam. You know, there's this camaraderie and this magic, and you know, they're all supporting each other and in each other's bands, and they're just, at the end of the day, they're all friends playing music, and that has been my goal. I mean, if not before that, right at that moment, 11 years old, just friends playing music, having a band, doing something together. And I've been lucky enough. I mean, essentially the Chili Peppers are the same thing, friends playing music. They've had a lot of tragedy, and people have come and gone, but you know, especially Anthony and Flea, they went to high school together, so it's friends playing music. The Pearl Jam is, you know, one of the most extreme examples of friends playing music. It's 30 years, and you know, watching those guys, you know, share inside jokes and just kind of look at each other on stage is it's kind of all I ever wanted, you know. And I'm lucky enough to have found my way into these incredible situations with these incredible people. So yeah, I mean, every day for me, I wake up, whether I have a voice or not, I say a little gratitude for
Josh Klinghoffer, Pluralone with Pearl Jam tonight at Bridgestone Arena. Anything else you want to add?
No, well, I mean, if I didn't put you off enough, I play at 7:45. So get there early. Lately, we've been having some we, meaning plural one, meaning me, have been graced on stage by a couple of the members of the headlining band. So and
nice.
It's always fun. So I'd get there early if I were you, if you want to see that.
Very cool. Well, thanks again for stopping by, Josh.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Once again, that was Josh Klinghoffer. Pluralone is his current project. He's on the road with Pearl Jam. You see them tonight at Bridgestone Arena. And as he said, Pluralone hitting the stage at around 7:45 p.m.
Yes.
So get there early so you can take a seat and get your seat and then stand up, of course, during the set. We don't need anybody just sitting during the set, do we?
No, well, no. I mean, see, I'm still not so good at even opening my eyes, so I won't even know.
Well, thanks again for swinging by. We greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I'm Bill Fondren. You're listening to Local Lightning on Lightning in the Morning. Not Local Lightning, but Lightning in the Morning on Lightning 100.